Hello to all you Virgos. Hello and welcome to your monthly horoscope for the month of June, already June, for 2013 for Virgos. What's going on for the Virgos? Well, I think that if you have been following a bit of astrology, you probably have heard of Pluto and Uranus in the sky, in the heavens, making a square. And so Pluto is in Capricorn and it's squaring up to Uranus in Aries, and that all has to do with the possibility for people, but it's a square, so it's a bit of a struggle, but the possibility for people to be able to free themselves up and to be able to put away, you know, this scarf, or how do you say that, the chains in their lives. So of course it's different for everyone depending on where that Pluto-Uranus falls into your chart. But this month, I think, is a very important month because there are two other planets that are going to be involved with this square. So Pluto-Uranus, their square, it has been going on for a while, and it will go on for a while, for a couple of other years, that square. But as soon as a faster planet gets into the picture and triggers that square, then for a lot more individuals, something happens with the ingredients that I just mentioned, the freeing up and becoming more true to oneself. So that is key, what is happening now this month, because your ruler Mercury and also Venus, the other planet Venus, are going to be playing a role in this square. In fact, they are going to make a T-square with Pluto and Uranus. So what does it mean? Well, for you Virgos, and what I'm talking about is spread around the month. So it's beginning around the 4th of the month, and then it climaxes around the 8th until the 12th, 13th of the month. That is the period that this Pluto-Uranus square, this theme of freeing oneself up, is really highlighted here. So why is it very important? Because of Venus and Mercury in Cancer that are going to oppose this Pluto and square up to Uranus. Now, what does this mean for Virgos? It's very important for Virgos because the ruler of Virgo is Mercury, so their planet is involved. So that is you, it's the ruler of your chart. So Mercury is going to oppose Pluto and it's going to square up to Uranus, which means it has to do with the mind, and it's in your 11th house, the house of friends and the house of aspirations and the house of social gatherings, groups, etc. So probably a lot of you, and especially those with an ascendant of Virgo, will feel that in those areas, in the areas of friends, they want to free them up. They want to free themselves up. They feel as they are in chains. They don't feel as if they can be true to themselves. They don't feel free enough. It could be the case. Another example could be aspirations. So nothing to do with friends, but with aspirations, with what you want in life. And I've said that many times before, the 11th house is a very important house. It's a lucky house, but it's a good house and an important house. So this is all happening for you in the 11th house. So your aspirations can be shaken up, that you really have to change your perspective, that you really have to change not your perspective, but the goal that you want in your life. So maybe you have been wanting to do something all your life, and all of a sudden you really have to change that because of things that happen around you. Could be the case as well. But whatever it is, it needs to be refreshed and it needs to be freed up. And so if you understand that, it makes the whole process easier to occur. So because with Pluto-Uranus, especially with Pluto, because this Mercury opposes Pluto, opposes you, there's also some fear involved, because Pluto has to do with stuff that wants to be seen, but it takes courage to do that. So, and I don't want to make these videos too long this month, because this is a whole message already, I think. And it's a broad message, but for you it's with that Mercury, so that's really, really important for you and for the Geminis. And after that, Venus comes into the picture, and Venus is going to oppose Pluto and square up to Uranus. So it also has to do probably with love in combination with friends. So for some people there are also intensities going on and changes going on with the friends, and maybe you have to change friends, or maybe new friends will come into your life and will prompt you into the changes to make, the big changes that you need to make. On the other hand, at the same time, something very positive is going on as well. That it is called a grand trine in the water signs. So there's emotional support. There is support of Neptune in the 7th house, and trining Saturn, and also trining Neptune, trining that Mercury and that Venus. So that is good as well. So I don't think this will be too hard. If it would only be this Pluto-Uranus thing going on, I think it would have been much, much more challenging. But because of Saturn and Neptune, the ones that can bring our ideals, manifest them, because they are in fact trying to make everything in balance. So on an emotional level. So I think this will be very exciting for you Virgos. And that support is from the 7th house, which is that significant other person in your life, and the 3rd house, which could be siblings, your environment, or maybe your thinking. So you get the support because of your analyzing thinking. So you Virgos, I wish you all the best for June. Have a good month. If you want a reading, a private reading, click the link below and we'll get in touch. Wish you all the best and see you next month.